Hey guys, it's Carolina here from KarolinasKrafts and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to share with you guys this mini album that I made. It is a new design, so I wanted to share what it looks like. I mean, even if it weren't a new design, I was going to be sharing anyway because it always looks different when you use different paper. And for this album, I got to use up some more paper from this Orange Blossom collection by Recollections. It is one of the paper pads I've been trying to smash for this month. Not stash, I don't want to stash it, I want to smash it for my Paper Stash Smash collaboration. So it's one of the paper pads that I chose. We're doing really good, you guys. We are almost done with that paper pad. I mean, we still have a ton of scraps, and I do want to do like a scrappy video where I make embellishments and things, but that's a whole other thing. But we're doing really good in smashing this paper pad, and actually it has been growing on me as I've been making all these projects. I didn't think I really liked it, but then I was making all these things and I'm like, I really like all these florals, all the beautiful like pink, light pinks and oranges. Like they work so well together. Even some of like the teal colors, not teal, I guess it's like a light turquoise, is that what I would call it? I don't know, but they're actually really pretty, so I'm actually enjoying working with that collection. So let's get started, and I'm gonna share with you guys what this album looks like on the inside. So this album measures 6.5 by 6.5, and it has a 1.5 inch spine. Like I said, it is a new design, so you guys are gonna have to let me know if you guys would like a tutorial on this one. I think it looks really cute, but if you guys don't, then I don't know, maybe you don't want a tutorial. But if you like it, let me know. Maybe you guys do want a tutorial. So it says, take time to breathe and grow. I have decorated it with some leaves here and some flowers that I made. Both die sets are from Scrap Diva designs that I used to make those. So the leaves is this leaves bundle die set from Scrap Diva, leaves bundle, and then this one, I just used this plate because it has the medium flowers and the small. I didn't use the large, but I used this one, and I love that they're one whole plate, so you can just die cut it out a couple of times in a couple of different colors, and then you have a whole stash ready to go of things that you can make. So I do love that because it just makes it so much easier. And if you guys want to get anything from Scrap Diva Designs, you guys could use the code Carolina for 10% off your order. You guys know the leaves are definitely my favorite, and I really love the flowers. I've been using them a lot, especially with this paper collection lately. And then on top of that, if you don't want to sit there die cutting out anything, I decided I was going to die cut out some leaves for you guys. So I have these available in my Etsy shop now under my embellishments category. And they're going to be a set of 30 leaf die cuts in different shades of green, at least 3 different shades. Sometimes more, sometimes never less. You're always going to get at least 3, but sometimes more shades, just whatever, because I always die cut out a bunch for myself. My bin was overflowing. I needed to share. So I listed them in my shop, and you guys said on Instagram you guys would like that. So yeah, just know that whenever you get these, they're always going to be different shades of green. There are so many different shades of green. There might be a couple of brown. Like that's a really dark green right there. This one is a brown, like one piece of brown. So they're just like all different. No pack is going to be the same as the next, but even you guys could see on my own, I like to have different shades because you never know what shade you're going to need when you are crafting a project. And then I'm also thinking of listing some gold leafy bits like I used here. So let me know if you guys want some, like a set of gold as well. But yeah, look at all these different shades of green I used. You got 2 different shades right there. Here's a third one. So yeah, that's why shades of green I think are important, because you never know what's going to match with what project. So I do have those listed in my Etsy shop. Okay, so let's keep going on with this. You guys could see I did my zigzag stitch around here, my regular stitch around the cut apart, zigzag stitch, and I have my handmade logo stamp right there. This album has a ribbon tie closure, and then this opens up like this. So here I decided at the end to add like a little flap opening here because I had some extra paper to use up, and then I added this, which is actually a belly band. I don't have anything here. You can add something if you want. I don't have any more paper, but I want to share with you guys just as an example. This is a belly band, so you can add something there. You guys could see I started making some little embellishments with my scraps. But anyway, this opens up like this, and you could add photos here, and you could fit good size photos on here. You could definitely fit 4 by, okay, 6 is the height of this paper, so you might want to crop it down just a little bit. But like a 4 by 5 for sure, 4 by 5.5 even you could do. You could do 5.5 by 5.5, whatever you want. I mean, you could do all crazy sizes if you want to, but you could also just fit smaller photos as well. But yeah, so that just looks like that. Then here, this flips open. So you have this space for photos, and on this flap, let's see, you could fit a 4 by, like you could fit a 4 by 6, just slightly cropped. Same thing here. I believe this is the same size. Yep. So you could fit 4 by 6 photos like pretty comfortably in this album, just a little bit cropped. And then this has a pocket here with some cut aparts from the collection, and it didn't have too many it didn't have too many cut aparts with like writing, but it had way more journal cards in this collection than it did the cut aparts with the writing. So I included them wherever I could. And I did use magnets throughout this album, which are the 1/2-inch magnets that I love. Let me find them so I could share with you guys. So they are the 1/2-inch magnets that I get from Total Element Magnets. You guys could see I am running low now. I'm gonna have to get some more, but this lasted me a really long time for a lot of albums. They are great quality. They hold really well. A lot of you guys are saying you guys love them. And I'm really happy that you do. I'm happy to share like a great find with you guys. So these are, like I said, from Total Element Magnets. I will link them down below. This is the size I used throughout this whole entire album. And then if you guys would like to get anything, you guys could use the code KarolinasKrafts for 10% off your order, but I'll also have that link down below. So you guys have it written out there. But so yeah, I really like the 1/2-inch. There's also the 3/8 inch and the 5/8 inch that I use quite often. And then occasionally I use the 1/4 inch, and I also just recently got a tiny smaller one. But yeah, my most used are 1/2, 5/8, and 3/8. So definitely check them out, you guys. You guys know they are my most loved, most used magnets. And they're cheaper than the basic gray, so you get a lot more than you would with the basic gray. So this is that first signature, and then I did add inserts to each page. I had enough paper to do that, so I was happy about that. Normally I don't get a chance to really add inserts because I usually run out of paper by that time, even though all my albums are usually pocket pages. But yeah, if I run out of paper, then they don't get an insert. So this one was able to get an insert. So then this page here on the left, this is the cut apart that I had in my stash. It is not from the collection, but I thought it matched so well, you guys. So I found that in my stash. Actually, this I left open, so I gotta add a tag in here. Okay, so I just pulled out a tag from my stash because I always like to have a bunch die cut out. I totally forgot that I had left that open for like a little tuck spot. So anyway, this opens up like this, and then here I was able to create like this larger tag, and you could just journal on the back or whatever you want, and then you could add a larger photo here as well. And then this page, now we're on the second signature. This one just has an angled pocket with some journal cards and then this little booklet. So there's that. And then with another piece that I had left over from the collection, I had this piece that said bloom gracefully. So I just it had like a flowers on the end and stuff. It was like a really long strip. So I just cut it down and I used it here as like a little bit of decoration, and I glued it down on 3 sides, added a couple of tags there as well. And then you've got another pull out insert here, and you could just journal on the back or add your photos, or both. You could add photos to this side and this side if you would like. And those just go back inside these pocket pages, and they do stick out a little bit, just so you know that these pull out. I made sure to do that so that you would know that those are little pullouts. Then this page here, this is magnetized here, but this also flips open, so you have space for a lot of photos, and then this whole thing comes out. So you have extra space to either journal or add photos, and then same thing with the back of that. So it's like another, like a little hidden booklet that goes inside that pocket page partially, but then magnetizes here so it stays in place. Then this side has a little waterfall. This is a cut apart from my stash. It just says Dream Big. That flips down, and then you have space for photos here. So you can add a few photos there. And then again, you have another pull-out insert. This one I had to do a little bit of paper piecing just because I didn't have a big enough piece. And I think it looks really nice actually with the paper piecing element. And then this next page is another angled pocket, just flipped. So it's the opposite way of the other one and on the opposite page. So this is just another pocket. I've got this from the collection and then this little booklet, and obviously you could add more photos to the pockets as well. They will hold more. They're all gusseted. And then this one, I had another little cut apart, and I was like, I'm gonna use this in some way. And I was making tool paper clips in a video, so I wanted to use up this one that was super duper glittery, and I just thought it was so pretty. Very glittery, but also very pretty. So if you guys are looking to see how to make these tool paper clips, I do have a video on that. But I just kind of have that here holding this closed, but you could open that up, and then this is like a little journal spot. So I have some pink dyed pages that I dyed from my stash and made that cute little booklet there. And then here on the last page, I did another like flip out page like this, so you can add photos here. But then on the cover, I made a little library pocket that I turned into a belly band. So you have an additional insert here that goes back under there in that library pocket. And then you have more goodies in this pocket as well. So there was a lot of these strips from the collection, so I thought I would include them because when you add photos to your pages, you can add one of these at the bottom and either write a date or a little note or whatever. So I thought that was just a great way to include those. And then there's also another little like journal card right there. So yeah, you have a bunch of those little goodies that you can use. And I just have them in this pocket, this little library card. So yeah, that is this whole entire album. I hope you guys like it. Definitely let me know if you guys would like a tutorial on this album. Like I said, it was a new design. I really wanted to be able to use 6x6 papers, even though the covers are not 6x6. I think the base pages I did make 6x6 or like 6 1/8 by, yeah, they're 6 1/8 by 6 1/8, which means that you could add 6x6 photos directly. Like this is a full 6x6 photo. So if you wanted to, you could probably use 6x6 paper pad. It's just on the covers. So the covers would need to be a little bit bigger. But everything else you would be able to use 6x6. Because I think when I got done making my other projects, like these traveler's notebooks and things, these card folios, I still had some pieces left over that were like 6x6 size, like long strips. They were probably like 6x12, I think. So I wanted something to be able to use that, so I came up with this album design. So yeah, let me know if you guys would like a tutorial on this. It is available in my Etsy shop in case you guys are interested in purchasing a beautiful spring themed album. I mean, it doesn't even have to be, I mean, it's spring themed and it's floral, but it doesn't have to be used just for spring. It could just be used like a gardening album if you want to take photos. It could be a home theme album, whatever you want it to be. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Please like it, leave a comment, let me know if you guys want a tutorial. And if you guys like this paper, maybe have it in your stash, maybe you didn't know what to do with it, and maybe now you're inspired to craft with it. And then on top of that, check out all the links in the description box. Like I have the links for the amaryllis flower set, the leaves set, Whatever else did I link you guys to? I'm not sure, but I will go back in my own video and figure it out when I'm editing so I can link you guys to everything. All right, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next crafty video. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.